CBS 19 special report. 10 years ago today, 12 students died and dozens more were injured when the Aggie bonfire they were working on collapsed.
Now, this morning at 2:42, the exact moment the bonfire fell, current and former Texas A&M students gathered for a candlelight vigil. It was a day that changed the Aggie family forever. But none more so than for those who had actually helped to construct that giant structure.
Yeah, CBS 19's Lisa Spooner talks with one of the Aggies permanently affected by that day.
Throughout Mark Ferrell's years at Texas A&M University, working on the Aggie bonfire was perhaps his greatest passion. He became a center pole pot, considered one of the leaders of the student-run organization. But that leadership role would take on a completely different meaning on November 18th, 1999. On November 18th, the bonfire was just 1 week from burning. Dozens of Aggies worked around the clock, rushing to finish. On most nights, Mark Ferrell would have been among them, but that night, he was not.
I'd been there early in the day and went to a friend's dorm, dressed and ready to go to stack, and fell asleep about 30 minutes before it fell.
Shortly after 2:42 a.m., Mark got a phone call from a friend.
Mark, stack has fell. People are dead. You need to get out here.
Mark immediately drove to the site of the collapse.
Over curbs, grass, whatever, just to get there. And we just started, trying to find our buddies, see who was unaccounted for, and start helping people that needed help.
For the next 24 hours, Mark would work as part of the rescue and recovery effort. 1 decade later, Mark still thinks about the events of that morning.
Every day you think about it, and it's not like it was 10 years ago. It's like it was today or yesterday. I should have been there, and I would have been there. There's nothing that I've done to merit still being here.
Mark knows he's forever bonded with those who experienced the events of November 18th.
We're all so tight because we went through that together, and we're still going through it together.
But he also knows it's a tragedy that reaches far beyond that morning.
And I think life is different at A&M now because of it. I think life is different in Texas because of it.
Mark says 10 years ago, the trajectory of his life changed. He lost close friends in the accident. He remembers that day with sadness, but at the same time says he met his wife because of the aftermath of the collapse.